Are you having knee pains and you want to strengthen your knee, but at the same time you're concerned that you might be aggravating your knee or you might be wearing out your knee more? If that's the case, then I want you to watch this video. So in this video, I will share with you what are the top exercises that you can do without stressing your knee more. Hi, this is Reggie from Restore Plus Physical Therapy. And in this video, I want to share with you what are some great exercises that you can do to strengthen your knee even though you have the pain without risking of damaging the knee more, especially if, let's say, it's because of arthritis. You don't want to stress your knee more. You don't want to cause more degeneration. Now, there are different ways to strengthen the muscle. There are different ways to strengthen the knee. The most common one will be you do what we call an open chain exercise. So meaning that's you're not putting weight on your legs, you're not putting weight on your knee, but you are actually using some resistance. You can use ankle weights or you can use resistance bands. That's one way of strengthening the knee. Now in that position, you don't have as much, because you don't have the pressure on your knee, you don't have the wear and tear. You're not adding more to it. This is a good way to strengthen the knee. My caveat with this one is because we don't normally use our legs or we don't use our knees in an open chain position, or we don't use it without putting weight on it. Most of the time, the legs, we are putting weight on our legs, right? So to strengthen the knee, the most functional way to do that is to actually put weight on our knees, to put weight on our legs, and then strengthen it in that way, strengthen it in that position. That's the most functional. It has the most functional carryover, meaning it can carry over into your daily activities, which is getting up from a chair, especially if, let's say, a low sofa, or let's say the toilet, or climbing up and down steps. So those are the most common activities that we will need our legs to be strong in. But if you're strengthening your knees in an open chain position, it will not carry over to those activities. Yes, the muscle will get stronger, but it may not carry over, that the strength will not carry over to those activities. If you do it in a closed chain, we call it, or you're putting weight on it, it mimics the actual movement. And that's why squats, step up and downs, those are very popular because you're mimicking the actual movement. So when you do squats, it's like you're mimicking getting up from a chair, going down and getting up from a chair. Same as when you're doing the steps, step up and down, you're mimicking climbing up and down the stairs. So what are some great exercises that you can do that you can still strengthen your legs, your knees in this case, without having to cause more degeneration, more wear and tear because of the gravity, and then also at the same time still have that functional carryover? So let's dive right into it. I'll show you 3 great exercises to do that. The first exercise that I'm going to show you is called the bridge. The bridge is the mildest form of closed chain exercise that I can recommend. I give this to patients who have a lot of pain or who even just recently had surgery. It is safe enough for most of those cases. The reason why it's mild is you are still putting weight through your legs, but the reason why it doesn't stress out the knee as much is because most of your weight will be carried by the bed. So let me show you. So to do a bridge, you're gonna lie down, right, with your hips and knees bent like this. As you can see, all my weight is on the bed. Now we will still be putting weight or putting some force through your legs, or putting weight through your legs, is because you are going to push down on your feet. So the proper way to do this will be tighten your glutes, and then when you squeeze your butt cheeks together, you're going to drive your feet down, and then you're going to lift your buttocks up. You're gonna form a straight line, and that's why it's called the bridge, because it's similar to forming a bridge, and then down. As you can see, my weight is supported by the bed, but at the same time, I'm still driving my feet down, so I'm still putting some weight on my lower extremities. You can do it by just going up and down, repetition, or you can hold it for a count of 5 before you come down again. So when you're doing it just with repetitions, you can do it more number. You can do it like 3 sets of 15 if you can. And if you're holding it, you can do it with less number of repetitions. You can do it a count of 5 and then do it for 10 or 15 repetitions. Now, the second exercise that I want to show you is the squats. Now, the squats can be bad or good on your knees depending on your form. I always tell this to people. You have to have the right form so that it doesn't stress your knee out too much. Now, how do you do it properly without straining your knee or without putting too much stress on your knee? Let me show you. So I'm going to go on my side here. So what you're going to do is make sure that you stick your butt out back, because most of the time when people do squats, I see them, they go this way, or they might actually bend down, but their knees come forward. You see my legs and my knees are coming forward. What you want to do here is you want to bring your butt back instead of going forward this way, and you're keeping upright also. So when you bring your buttocks behind or backwards, you're putting less pressure on your knees. So you can try it and follow along. So when you actually do this, stick your butt out. Imagine you're going to sit on a chair that's not there. So stick your butt out, and then your weight will be more towards your heel, and then you're going to come up. So you're going to halfway down, and then you're coming up. So if you do it this way with your buttocks back, and then also your hips more back like this, and then your weight is on your heel, you're gonna feel it more on your quads and you're gonna feel it on your glutes, but at the same time, you're not gonna feel it as much, or very minimal will be the pressure on your knees. All right, now the third exercise that I want to show you is called the lunge. You probably have heard this also, just like the squats, but it's how you perform a lunge that will determine if you're stressing your knee or you're not stressing your knee. We like this together with the bridging and together with the squats because they are functional exercises, meaning they are on weight bearing. So let me show you how to do this. So in a lunge, you take a stride like this, and then a lot of times what people do is they actually put a lot of their weight going forward. As you can see, my knee is actually coming forward. When you do that, you're putting a lot of stress on your knee. So what you want to do instead is, when you're doing this, you don't want to go forward, you're actually going down. So you're bending this a little bit, and then you're going down. As you can see, my knee doesn't thrust forward. It's actually staying behind my foot, behind my toes. So when I come down like this, and then I come up, and I go down like this, so I'm feeling more of the burn on my quads instead of putting a lot of pressure on my knee. So when you do it that way, so let me switch stands so you can see from here, you're going down. So I'm using my glutes because I'm actually going down this way. My knee is not coming forward. I'm using my quads and I'm using my glutes a lot, and then coming up. And then you're gonna feel also the other quads firing in that position. Okay, so that is key. You're going down, you're not thrusting forward. If you make that switch, if you make that little adjustment, you're gonna feel that it's not stressing your knee, and you're working your glutes and you're working your quads more. There you have it. 3 great exercises on how you can strengthen your legs or how you can strengthen your knees without putting much more stress in them, without putting more wear and tear on your knees. Thank you very much for your time for watching this video. Please share this video with someone who has knee pains or someone who has knee arthritis so that they can strengthen their legs, but at the same time, not make their knees worse. And please don't forget to click on that subscribe button so you can get alerted once we release our new video next week, sharing more tips on how to get healthy and pain-free. Now go watch the next video. I appreciate you.